stream in front of 4,000 people, and it's like, who?
I was kidding, guys.
Straight up dissing him? What the fuck?
Damn it. We can't make a joke anymore in this day and age.
You aren't kidding, D-Bag. You don't know who he is. You disgraceful human being.
I just said the poker player and you said it was him, so I do know who he is.
Yeah, after like asking who 15 times.
He was just kidding.
No, I thought the first time you said Faith, like Faith, you know, like Faith. And I was like, is this like one of Johan's Twitter girls that he invited to the games?
Right! Please, you're the last guy who can ever talk about Twitter.
Bro, you follow like 303 people and the Muslim and me are the only guys you follow.
Yeah, right. Hey, how do you remove the replay bar thing in the overlay, you know?
You just press
Shift O?
Shift O? No, it's like Control Alt something, but
Control
I forgot
T.
what. No, it changed the mini map. Are you kidding me?
Wait, did you press Alt T?
No, Control
So
and
what do
T.
you Yeah, what did you want to get rid of?
The replay bar.
For me, it's Control T.
Ah, fuck. Okay, I can't. I don't know why it worked earlier. Anyway, let's ignore it.
Let's go ahead and introduce the players, please.
Yeah, that's your job.
All right. How are we going to do this? Are we going to do it just serious, straight to the point?
No.
Maybe one of you should do like a grubby accent.
Grubby? Man.
Yeah, kind of like
can't.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Your grubby accent is pretty good, man. I've heard it in the past. I can't really do it. I don't know. I think I sound quite different than grubby, despite the fact that we're both Dutch.
You should do a Cassandra accent.
No, really?
No, really? Fanatic costume over in the top right? Blue bonus? Woo!
Oh, we can make fun of Cassandra. She's awesome.
It's not making fun. I love Cassandra. She makes the best udon noodles I've ever had.
I heard she's quite good in Heroes of the Storm, right? I think her and Grubby
She's
are
on
owning it
Grubby's
up.
team, dude.
Like the legit team?
Yeah!
Ah, that's pretty awesome. That's actually really cool.
I think at least, yeah. I think I read that they're both on the same team, so it's pretty awesome.
Man, these players, they take the no rush thing to the next level. Well, I guess harstem is scouting at least. And it could have been greedier with Nexus 17, but...
I mean, how sad would it be if Snute would six-pull him in the show?
Yeah, well, he wouldn't get paid shit. That's how sad it will be.
This is why we didn't invite Bling, because Bling would forget and say, money's money!
Money's money!
And I would have to pay him.
So,
Yeah.
wait, is there money on the line for these guys too?
Yeah, it's $100 per game. And I told the players they can pick the splits. So like I told them if they can't come to an agreement, it will be $100 for the winner, but I think most of them agreed for stuff.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Why you
Once again, you know, I think this is something that we have to...
because I needed a Terran that plays mech and turtles. And you only play bio and you attack non-stop.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
got disqualified by default.
Hey, I think we should clarify this because there's always a lot of people joining and leaving the stream. So some people joining like, are these games replays? Like, yes, guys, they are replays, but the games are played very recently and we are unaware of the results. They have played like a couple days ago, but nobody was available on this moment. And instead of having like one show match at like 9 a.m. and then having one at like 10 p.m. and then having one at 4 a.m., which would just make it a huge clusterfuck, we decided to do it like this. But obviously we are unaware of the results and the games are very, very, very recent. But I think it's important to mention.
Yes.
What do you guys think about these new maps, by the way, for ZDP?
Oh man.
They're pretty hard, I think, as Protoss.
Take it away, Rotti.
Because I mean, like, I've got some experience with TVZ and TVP on them, and even TVT, but ZVP, I have no idea how Expedition Lost or Secret Spring or Vani Research Station go for these matchups.
I think Vani Research Station is very doable for Protoss. Like it's
Really?
a good Swarmos. Yeah, it's a good Swarmos map, but other than that, it's very playable. I think on this map, it's very hard to go up to 3 bases. You
can stop your comments as it's a good Swamos map and not add anything. And then you will be in the truth.
Yeah, but other than that, Vani Research Station is a pretty damn cool map.
No. Just stop it.
You don't like it?
I like the overlay, like the design of the map. That's you know, it's like there is some grass. To answer your question, but other than that, no.
Johan,
I actually think Vani
is
is
this
the
a
best
sort of
map.
way of you saying that you enjoy 420 blazing it up in this day and age? Are you having a midlife crisis, Johan?
No. It's just like
There is some.
I don't like these maps like this where it's like all you basically only got one way to attack, even if it's a wide way, because it makes Swamos too strong. And like the fact that you can attack the natural base with drops better doesn't help Protoss enough against Zerg to be able to say that it's also good versus Terran. Usually it's like 10 times better for the Terran. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the new maps personally.
I mean, of the 4 new maps, I'm definitely the biggest fan of Vani Research Station. I think after that, I would say Expedition Lost and Secret Spring and Inferno Pools. And like the thing I hate about Inferno Pools is that the map is so big that if you scout someone last and it's a 4-player map, you can be surprised and you can be so far behind build otherwise without something truly being your fault. Unless you would like double probe scout, but as Johan Mello would say, stop drizzling over your own economy. You're hurting yourself so much right now.
I think a lot of people have talked about how it will be good to have only cross-map situations, though.
Yeah, like I think that would already make me enjoy Inferno Pools a lot more. Like I don't think it's an awful map. It's just what I truly hate. It's so large, and on a 4-player map, if you scout somebody last, then just terrible things can happen to you without truly deserving it.
Yeah,
I
I think
can't win cross map against Zerg on that map. Really, it's very, very difficult.
yeah, that's the problem too. Like if you change it for ZVP, then for ZVT it changes everything too. Like I used to be a big hater actually of like when they made the maps, some maps like only cross map, only certain positions. But then I realized it was much better. But I guess I don't like getting proxied. That's also why. And if it's only cross map, then there's like so many proxy potential.
It's one of these things, like force cross map. Obviously, it reduces the variety of how the games play out, and you're going to see more similar games. But if you're a competitive player and you lose because you scout someone last, like that is even more frustrating than always playing cross map. It goes two ways. From a spectator point of view, it's more fun if you don't know where the people are going to spawn because you're going to see, a wider variety of builds. And you're going to see some crazy stuff here and there, but it definitely creates a lot of randomness to the game.
Yeah, I feel like what the spectators would like to see is as important as what the pro gamers would like to have happen in the game. So, most of the time.
I love how you're saying that now while you're a caster, because in the past you're like, well, fuck the spectators. It's
no, what the fuck? I never said that. If you no, let me finish. What I'm saying is that it's more often than not all about the spectators and rarely about like what the pro gamers think. And like I think there should be a right balance in between.
Yeah, exactly.
In between that.
And like we have to find the right balance between both. It has to be entertaining, otherwise nobody's going to watch it. But it also has to not be completely and utterly random.
Yeah. I mean, it could be worse than now. Imagine if it was all about the spectators. Like you could have poles and strippers in the middle of the map and shit. And like
that sounds
be
fantastic.
Like, what the hell?
The Muslim would be the best player on earth. he would have the most experience on that map. That's for sure.
Oh snap!
Dude, I'm not even denying it. I had like the most success in my life, like from going to the strip club straight to the event.
Wow.
It was just one event, but
those
still.
EG files coming out.
It's true. It's the first time, man.
Imagine if we had one of those on Stefano.
GG.
And the force skills from harstem have been very good so far. Of course, Snute is going straight up to the flying locust. We're not commentating the first few minutes of these games too serious, guys, because once again, this is a balanced showmatch series. So the players are like taking it relatively easy early game as well. They don't want to show us the ultimate greed of like trying to win the game as soon as possible.
I just thought how much harder it is going to be to deal with flying locusts for Protoss, given that you can't force field them, and also the Colossi can't shoot them while they're in the air.
By the way, 12 minutes. That's the time from which you can start hating your life, because that's the time that flying locust will finish. 12 minutes mark. So it's actually really fast.
Yeah, Snute pretty much rushed up to this game, so I think it's a good thing that you pointed out. Snute is also going up to layer very quickly this game, much quicker than in the previous games. Maybe
they also changed the cost of Swarm Host.
What?
They reversed the mineral and gas cost, so it's 100 minerals and 200 gas for Swarm Host.
Oh, really? 200 gas?
Yeah.
Oh man, the Swarm is actually a really expensive unit, and it takes up a lot of supply. I do really like these changes, though. I think that's so much better.
So much better. Okay, so you guess like Harstem's just going to kill this fourth and like get out of there with recall or something?
Yes,
but not enough Swarm Host to deal with this. Oh.
Yeah, he could have stayed.
Great call, Ben. Great call.
I mean, like, there was 6 locusts there flying at him, and he chose to recall. Like, I found that very good.
I do agree with you. I think he could have got the next and then got out of there, but...
You know what's funny? I played a game, like, I played a show match against Stefano a while back at, like, a meltdown bar, and I had this game on Overgrowth where I took a quick third, I made Blink and Mass Stalkers. I attacked his third base, I sniped it, I was on 3 base against 2, and he came back and won. And you know why? Because when I killed his third base and I saw the locust, I panicked and I recalled. He had only 3 swarmos. If I just attacked his natural, I would have ended the game right there. And I feel like what just happened to Harstem here was similar. He was afraid to lose his sentries or trade them, so he recalled too early. But if he had stayed, he might actually have sniped that entire base and even pushed a little bit on the next one.
Yeah, that was definitely a premature recall right there. I like that you start giggling.
I was just wondering where you were going to go with that. Man.
It was
I was wondering how far you were going to push that comment.
It was a legit freaking sentence, and it made total sense.
Yeah, it did. You're not wrong. You're just.
I'm pushing it, man. I'm testing you. You know, I'm 25, but I don't feel like I get any older.
Yeah, same.
Oh, these stalkers! I think now they're all
Dude,
going to die.
I'm gonna be 30 in next month, and I feel like I'm still 18.
Yeah, dude. Best time of my life was when I was 9 on the playground. Still feel like it.
Well,
Like
what happened on the playground for it to be so fun?
Kiss chase, man. It was the bomb.
Kiss chase.
What?
I can
What is
imagine
kiss chase?
A little cheeky the Muslim.
You get like the girls like run around kissing the boys. It was so funny. I remember one of my friends that was.
Is there like a game behind it, or?
Yeah. Like, well, I don't know. Just girls kissing boys.
Yeah. You
No. You were like, yeah. Okay, so tell me.
Oh, like, yeah. So like, all the girls would have to chase the boys, and when they caught them, they'd kiss them. And like, I remember one of my less fortunate-looking friends. Like, there was one moment that sticks out in my mind. So
He got caught by a dragon?
No, he fucking like he used to jump in front of the girls, and he's like, "Don't kiss me," and then they'd be like, "No, don't worry," and then they're like, they just keep on.
Oh,
It was the saddest thing. Yeah, dude, it's so sad.
Man.
It's one of my strongest memories.
Alright. I think this is going to be tough for Harstem to break, because he only has like 2 Colossus, one of them just died. Well, he has 1 more swimming in. Actually, he cleaned up the majority of the locusts, which I'm really surprised by. That looked way more scary than it turned out to be. Snute is still maxed out for some reason, I don't know on what, but...
Swarm host, man, he's got 14 of them.
Yeah, it's weird. Like that, you don't realize because you're so used of the swarm host in, I guess, pre this map. But 4 supply is a big deal.
Like, I definitely think that Colossus Stalker is going to be much more viable to just bust through, you know. Right now, if a certain amount of Swarm Host is out, you're just going to have to give up and you're going to have to rely on War Prisms and stuff. But now I actually think you can just hammer through at the front because of the way that Swarm Hosts fly in and that the waves come much slower than they used to come.
Way slower, and also I don't think these flying locusts are. Even though I was thinking before, Colossi don't deal with them at all because they don't seem that scary when they're running at you.
Yeah.
Like they take a while to land. And
well, I
then
mean, it depends. If there's like this one massive wave that's headed for you, then you'd be pretty scared.
I mean, this is starting to look extremely good now for Harstem. Like, normally a Protoss in this scenario should not lose anymore.
But I guess to your point, Ben, it feels like you can always run away from Locust now.
Yeah.
Even on creep bots. Imagine now if Zerg, I guess they're gonna have to start mixing in some infestors with their swarmos to fungal and hold the army in place and make sure they can land, which, I mean, it can be good but can be bad as well. Like if you're forced to make some infestors, that's something else then you're gonna be missing.
And you know, because the Swarm Hosts are 4 supply now as well, like in the old days, Zerg players always relied on roaches for a while, you know, to deal with additional harassment, and then slowly but steadily trade out the roaches for more Swarm Hosts. But right now, that's a lot harder. Like, Snute was being close to max out, but I still did not feel that he could cover himself everywhere. Like, he just didn't have the units for that.
Like these counterattacks by Harstem, like I don't know how much you've been watching these, but like they've been dealing so much damage, and these swarm hosts, these like look, they just don't have the cooldown to deal with these zealots that are happening because he lost his 4th
What's that supposed to mean, Ben? Do you just assume that I've missed every single run by?
No, but like I mean, there's shit happening all over the map. Like
Rotti is very touchy about his observing. I have to warn you. It's funny. He force fielded the ramp, thinking that would keep the locusts out. What a rookie mistake.
Keep these out. Like, I really wish we could see him press like swoop on the ground like right now and see if they could like use the creep to then catch up. You know, I don't know if you can do that.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but I love how Harstem was like hiding the 4 zealots next to 4 creep tumors. That was adorable.
They can't see me. He did a fantastic job this game actually of not only attacking on the left hand side with a nice timing, but also sending units through the right-hand side and sniping that force base was a big deal. And Snute is having a much harder... I mean, when he played against Goody, he held on, and then in the end he won, but I don't think this is going to be the same thing here, because Harstem, he macroed very nicely, he took new bases, he kept on taking, he got his upgrades going, he's going to get Storm now, and I just think he's going to be able to end it.
How do Archons do against flying locusts, Johan? Have you seen that yet?
No.
I'd imagine amazing. Let's see. Like
They-
they all swoop down and land on the same spots.
Yeah.
You know, like they cluster up.
And that also makes it a lot nicer for the Colossus, so you can get 6 swipes of, and instead of hitting 2 or 4 locals, you hit like all of them. Wow,
Yeah.
just like that, harstem wins the first map really convincingly.